Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Ark Survival Evolved with me, Lathrix, after a very long break. In today's episode, now that we're finally back in this glorious little world, we have a mammoth task ahead of us, as I've decided in today's episode, we are going to be completely finishing the wall. Now, this will take a very long time, it will be remarkably tedious, but I think it's just something I need to get done. Otherwise, it will turn into one of those projects that's always in the background but will never ever be completed. So I've got my little group together, I finally tamed the compy which was inhabiting our raft, and I'm just going to get straight into it. So I'm going to lead all of my lovely fellows out of the wall for their last time, hopefully, and start harvesting all the stone around here. Now, I've harvested pretty much everything to the east already, so I suppose we should just head west. The first batch of walls have been completed, and I finally got around to learning the engram for the cooking pot. The main reason is the cooking pot can provide us with dyes, and the dyes should provide a somewhat decent way to make some of the walls stand out from the rest of the wall, because at the moment it's just a giant lump of cobblestone, and it is absolutely hideous. I don't think it will ever look too good, but if I'm lucky, we can at least make it look a little bit interesting, maybe. Well, that's weird. Why can't I put this on there? Can't jump when crafting. I'm hoping I can jump and place this. Well, it turns out I had absolutely no reason to be up there anyway, but thankfully I could place the ladders, so the ladders are now placed. But we are currently on the other side of the wall, because being up there gave me the one benefit of being able to see the wall from a different perspective, and I think the way we're going to make it all look far, far better is quite simple, by adding stripes. Now, I'm not a big fan of the painting in this game anyway, but the paint is a very easy way to do a lot of work quickly. And what I think I'm going to do is add two stripes, one on this wall segment, and one on this wall segment, going all the way along. This way, when it comes to curves and when it comes to towers, it'll be more obvious where things are starting to curve in or out, rather than it all looking so, well, cobblestone-like. Also, we have a very angry Dilo after us right now. Hello, little fella. First time me actually having to defend myself without animals in a while. How did you not get one shot with that headshot? Did I just not pull back enough? Apparently I didn't. Well, a bit of free hide whilst I'm working. The bow might not be as powerful as the crossbow or the gun, but it really is so much more fun to use. I don't mind defending myself against the weaker enemies around here without the use of a dinosaur, although I guess I do have my little compy on my shoulder, which will attack very close enemies, and is that a Bigfoot? I think it might be. Well, back to work. Ooh, things. And of course, by let's get back to work, I simply mean let's scheme some more. So what I think my next project's going to be, once the wall is completed, once the buildings in there are finished, is a small hunting lodge in this area here. I mean, just look at it. It's perfect to build in. It's very pretty, we have all of this view, and I do have a certain love in this game to just go out with a gun or a bow and try and hunt that way, rather than using the animals. At least, I will definitely have this once I get the flak armor and the stronger weapons, which I should do soon, because I'm going to be making a mind wipe tonic, which will allow me to completely reset all of my engrams, and thus, we can get all the stronger stuff nice and instantly. That was very satisfying. The next set of stone walls is now finished, and we have a cooking pot. Now, I'm fairly certain to make dye, it's any type of fuel source to actually get the fire started, and then you need water, charcoal, and the berry of choice, although I'm not quite sure which combinations of berries would be best right now, since we are just painting on cobblestone, but I'm thinking something not too intrusive, so possibly something as boring as white paint, or maybe going the opposite end of the spectrum and going full-on intrusive, like a very, very dark colour, like maybe a purple or a black or something like that. Not too sure just yet. We will experiment with the different colours as soon as I put down all of these walls. Hey, I was correct. Fantastic. We now have the white colouring, and we also now have a paintbrush as well. So, how do we do this? Is it just a drag and drop? It is indeed a drag and drop. This will probably not look good enough, to be honest. I can't see this working, but if it is very, very obviously white, like it's a glowing white, it should be subtle-ish and still fulfill all the same roles. Otherwise, I'm going to go for a black or a red or a purple or something like that, so we do have a backup plan regardless. Okay. Yeah, that is not anywhere near as dark as I thought it was going to be, which I know sounds weird for pure brilliant white, but I mean it isn't quite as obvious. It's not a very thick paint. Oh, yeah, you can totally tell I've just painted this one. Did I even paint the correct region? Seems like it, since that's the wooden post, and then this is the inside section. Okay, white paint, definitely not going to work out. Let's try for purple. Naturally, purple would be the annoying one, so I've got to mix blue and red apparently. I can't just simply use the Mejo berries, because that would be far too easy. So I need a ratio of 9 Tinto and 9 blue. So then, let's go and fill our water skin and see if this works. And yes, I was just looking at the fire, trying to burn away our purple berries for a good 3 or 4 minutes, simply thinking it was taking a really long time. Water skin is full, excellent. Now please, make me the glorious purple dye of which you promise. Although I'm starting to think maybe blue would look better since it's a bit more neutral. But either way, let's go with purple for now. If it looks terrible, we can always redo it. Water skin is there. Please, make me the dye I ask of you. Well, I'm not too sure about it right now. I think I like it, but until I see it on the entire wall, I'm really not certain. It is a little bit brighter than I want it to be, so I might look at the other colour combinations you can create by just simply looking up a guide, or going to the wiki or something, but for now, this will work. Also, it turns out the dye can be used so many times, because I've used 2 so far, and it's already done all of this, so hopefully, if I make 10 of them, that should cover the entire wall. Like so. Definitely gives it some character though, without having to do anything too fancy like building some wooden walls within it, or perhaps even more windows. Okay, yeah, for now, that's what we'll do. Now I'm looking at it from a distance, I think I do like the paint scheme. It's a little bit out there, but it is pretty nice. It's simple, and it showcases where all the towers turn and such, which is always a very good thing. Now I've been thinking, how are we going to do the top of the wall? I was thinking that maybe we could do the doorways to add crenellations, or perhaps we could use pillars to make them look very supportive, or we could go the much easier route and simply use the wooden railings. This way, being the idiot I am, I won't accidentally fall off, and I think that will look fairly nice. It also means I can very easily shoot off without any issue, and again, I won't fall off because, once again, I am a bit of a derp. Oh yeah, we got him. Ah, can I actually jump onto the railing? I can! Nothing will stop my derpy powers from falling off the wall. It's nice and early in the morning, and I've just finally ran out of paint, and by the looks of things, I'm getting pretty close to finishing off the paint job. At least, as soon as I finish the walling on the inside as well. I've also set up all the rails on the top, and I've decided on the main towers, because in the centre we're going to have a weapon of some sort, we're only going to be railing up the corners. This also means I can continue to use the protruded walls, which by that I mean like this on the outside without any major issues, because if I continue to do the fencing, it simply goes above the other fence and it looks absolutely horrible, whereas I'm trying to make this little bit of wall here go out further than that piece of wall, which just makes it look a bit more fortified on the main walkway. So what I'm going to do next is go ahead and do the entire walkway, do all of the railings, set up where the towers are going to go, so at least one element is done. I believe we have to focus on one element at a time, otherwise we're never going to get this thing completed. It's already been 2.5 hours, and my mind is already being depleted heavily regardless. And I've also looked online, and it turns out, if you mix in narco berries, you can make a slightly deeper purple, which I believe is called royal purple, or something like that. Either way, we can repaint later, but for now we're just going to keep it as one colour, because I just don't have the patience. Mercy, how long until we need to tend to you? 27 minutes, okay. I think I now have enough railings and wooden ceilings to finish off the wooden segment of the wall. It's really nice to think, oh look, I've actually finished a segment, it's finally done, it's all going to be together and I'll never have to do it again. At least for a while, until I start building again, and then I will have to do it again, but let's pretend I'm never going to have to build again, ever, in a game which building takes a big part of. There we are, already done the fencing up here, which means now all I need to do is the wooden segment past this tower, which I'll have to wait until the tower's finished, and do the wooden segment on the other tower over there, which I think I might be able to do mostly. I might have to wait a little bit since half of the tower simply isn't there yet. But let's see how much I can do. Then after this, it is literally just back to making loads of stone walls, so at least it's nice and easy and I can automate it as much as possible. Well, not say automate it, but just get into the rhythm of destroying lots and lots of boulders. There we are, at least we can walk up there now. And I probably can't put this... Oh, no, I can! Okay, never mind, we can put down all of those, which means I should be able to do these as well. Fantastic. Am I really going to be one short? I'm going to be literally one short. That is amazingly annoying. So, let's be very inefficient and destroy some of these. Ta-da! And I think this looks pretty good. It's... Oh, dear God. Every single time I have fell off this wall now, I think 8 times whilst building it, even with the fences. I will always find a way to fall off. I should have like a fall down counter at some stage. This is actually a problem. That's really awkward. Maybe I'll move the top stair a little bit, sorry, the top ladder a little bit to the side. Yeah, that looks okay. It's very obvious where the top is now, even when you're on the bottom. Yeah, the purple needs to be transferred to the darker version. That just sticks out so far too much. Okay, yeah, I like it. I really like how that looks. So, I'll be right back once I've made some major progress on the stone wall segment. Oh, but first, I should check the penguin. I think it may have been about 15 minutes now. If it has, I'll just stay with the penguin until it needs attention. I'm really hoping it doesn't need kibble. I can create the kibble, it's just a matter of finding the egg needed. Wow, almost exactly 15 minutes. I called that. I can see you, Steve. You know you're not hiding very well. Get back in the sodding pen. Now you, wait there. You, go back to the poop pen. I wonder how many more have managed to get the way out so far. Oh, are you serious? There's only one left. Well done, Tick. You're obedient. I wonder where the rest are. I'm going to bet they're down underneath the ridge. Am I correct in this guess? Can't see any right now. If they're not down here, then I have no idea where they... Oh, there's Storm! I found one of them! I really need to make, like, a prison cell for them. I will do that, but there's so much more else I need to do. Storm. Join your brothers. Now, where's the last one? Did I leave my raft over there? I must have. Okay, so where is the last one then? I've left the door open. Oh no! Well, the hunt for the dung beetle just got far more complex. Now it can be pretty much anywhere. How many eggs do you have near you, random dodo? Okay, ignoring the dodo eggs and lumps eggs over there, back to hunting for the dung beetle, which is now my top priority. Are they attacking the wall? Why are you attacking my gate for? You aren't hurting the gate, you're just attacking it. Okay, parasaurs have become aggressive. I don't think I've took one of their eggs, but they seem to hate me for some reason. Or maybe they just hate that wall. I have no idea what's going on anymore. Also, can't find the dung beetle. Anywhere. Starting to think we may have lost one. I think 3 will still be enough for the farm, but it's very, very annoying that I've suddenly lost a dung beetle. 5 minutes of looking and sadly no dung beetle, but at least little Mercy here simply wants to cuddle with us. There you go. I am so glad we brought this thing back. Look how cute he is. Now 43% imprinted with me, which is kind of weird. I don't know how that works. If Mercy reaches adult stage before it's fully imprinted, will it still be my animal? Because it is getting quite close now to being fully mature. Also, does it have green feet? It has green feet. That's really weird looking. You're really weird looking, Mercy. You are weird. With your beady eyes. And let's just make sure you have enough meat. Okay, maybe I did take the parasaur egg without realising it. Whoopsie-daisy. 1, 2, 3. Yep, 4th is still gone then. I'm not going mad. Yet. How many times have I changed my mind about that paint? From this angle, when it's a little bit darker, I really like this purple. So I think I may still keep it, but at the same time, I still think that, oh, the darker variant will probably look like this all the time. For now, I'm just going to leave it, because if I keep on thinking about it, I'm not going to get anything done. And I'm already procrastinating far too much. Back to our little Dodigerus. And our beaver. Okay, the next set of stone walls is done, and this time we have 67 of them. And you may notice there are far less trees now, and far less rocky outcroppings. We are really strip mining this entire island at the moment. There is going to be very few resources left once we've built the wall and all of the stuff inside of it. Also, I can't move. Okay, how much spare stuff am I currently holding? Way too much. Well, that pretty much explains that. I can just about move. That's good enough, as long as I can fly on the Avis. Nope. No, I can't. Well, poop. Let's see what else I can throw away. And I've now leveled up fantastic, and we are almost done. All we need to do is finish off the very last tower, add the ceiling to it, and we are done. I've decided I'm going to add the catapults off camera because this is just taking way longer than I originally expected. And then in the next episode, we're going to have a far more chill one. I've got something special in mind, a bit of a personal challenge to do on this map, so I won't spoil anything. But it's not going to be building, that's for certain. I think far too many times during this very lengthy recording session, I've simply went, oh, all I need to do is X, and then remembered, oh, I have Y, H, and A I still need to complete. So I've just put together the last tower over here, and all it needs to do now is have a ceiling on it, have the wooden ceiling and have all the fence posts attached. The problem is, I completely forgot I hadn't finished this section of wall over here, so I'm going to need one more giant lump of walling, and then I think I am done. All I have to do then, and yes, I'm still saying it, is add the fence posts over there, and I think I'm done. The catapults will be done off camera. Also, the purple I've added to my leather in a spur of a moment thing looks utterly awful. It looks like I'm wearing really fabulous pajamas. Was that scorpion just looking at my animals and doing nothing else? That may be one of the most peaceful scorpions in the game. Well, let's ignore that weird fact. So then, what do we currently have available to us? I ended up making more wooden ceilings than I needed, but I still need the open hatch version. I don't need the wooden door, so I can simply throw that away. I'll leave those, because I will need them later. I can hear the scorpion. Now the scorpion becomes aggressive. Perhaps he just wanted an audience. Or his friend. Don't you sting me, I'm not being knocked out. Okay, one dead and the second dead as well. Well done. So what do I need anyway? So let's go to craftables and wood. And I need not the fence foundation. I made loads of those earlier by mistake and it just made me go a little bit insane. I need the wooden railings, I need at least 25 of those, and then I need the stone walls. And I think I'm going to need at least 20 of those. Then, for the millionth time today, I think I might be done. Wooden thatch. Okay, so we also need a load more stone as well, of course. So let's go out and collect some stone, then collect it all back together. I think there's some more nodes over here. Am I correct in this statement? Or have I used up everything? Wow, I've used up everything over here as well. Perhaps it's time to move the group away. But saying that, this should be the last time. So, oh, no, there we go. There's some metal I can convert into stone. Excellent. Who wants to bet I don't actually have enough to finish everything off? Because I'm willing to bet that that's the case. So, I do have some wooden panels for this, which we'll get onto in a second. But first of all, let's finish off the tower over here, and let's finish off that wall segment. If both of those can be done, I think I have enough to finish this at long last. Oh dear, which way do I dismount this bird? And you should go flying off. Yep, perfect. Okay, everything is good, everything is well. Because currently, how I've been doing all the collecting, I figure that this is the most efficient way, is I have them all bound to one animal. So then when I go off and I collect stone with, let's say, the Doedicurus, I then get off the Doedicurus and it will happily run back towards the original animal, and in this time I can go and collect wood on the beaver or do something like that. Or, in this case, fly off on the Argentavis. At least, it seems to be working pretty well. Up we go, okay, let's do the edges. Oh, look, a white supply drop, which isn't going to be touched because I can't be bothered right now. No, that is not correct. That is not a creative placement. Do I want to cap off this end? I don't think I will, because I have a feeling that a lot of the time I'm going to want to jump off there on purpose, and I can't see myself falling off there by accident. Oh yeah, I didn't fill in the flooring here. Going to pretend I didn't see that. It may be raining, but the wall is finally complete. The only things I've left out are the catapults and a little bit of the painting around the edges, both of which I'm going to do off camera because that is just even more tedious than making the walls themselves. But here we are, the Great Lathrixian Wall is finally finished in its entirety, and I must say, I'm surprisingly happy with how it's turned out. We may end up adding some more of the windows to the edges and to the towers themselves to give it a bit more characteristic in the end, but for now, the basic structure is finished. So thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Ark Survival Evolved is a series you wish to see continued in the future. In the next episode, we're going to be doing something which does not revolve around building, and hopefully it's going to be a lot of fun. It's something I haven't done before in Ark, and I'm hoping it will be at least somewhat entertaining. Thank you again for watching, and goodbye. I'm going to take a break now, and possibly have a few beers. Bye-bye.